All right, here we go, guys. Happy Monday. It's your boy Stas here. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Of course, I have my double espresso. How could I not, man? As the market is going green, which, if you guys watched my videos yesterday, you shouldn't be surprised, right? Typically, when everybody thinks one thing is going to happen, in this case, stocks are going to crash, there's going to be turmoil, a lot of the time, the opposite happens, right? Especially when all the information is out there, when the market kind of already anticipated this Middle East conflict, right? We already knew this was going to happen for the most part, so we're seeing some green. I'm not surprised. If this came out of nowhere, if it was a black swan event, that would be completely different. But the fact that, we knew this would happen, the market was anticipating it, we're now seeing green. And again, I'm not surprised. So let's dive into the video, guys. We're going to break down a bunch of charts, what I'm doing, some news, stocks I'm looking to buy, what I actually bought today. So let's get into it. Hit the like button, subscribe, join my Patreon for my portfolio updates, my private Discord, that is linked right down below, also pinned in the comments if you want to join. And now, cheers, let's get into it. So we're currently up across the board. Actually lie, the Dow just went back down, but it's only down, 0.05, 0.1%, not much at all there, but SPY is up over 0.1%. And mind you, we're not vastly in the green right now, but we are reversing the losses. That's the key here. And SPY's actually up over $12 a share from the pre-market low. That is a very big recovery, right? We're talking about 2% from 674.50 to where we are now, about 687. Think about that. And the Qs right now are currently up about 0.25%, and they're up around $12, $13 from the pre-market low. We hit 595 in the morning pre-market, and now we're at what, 608, 609 more like, and we're up 2.5% pretty much off of that low. So the Qs are recovering quite nicely. SPY is as well. And are we fully breaking out right now? No, we're not. We're still in a wedge. You guys see it here. We're fighting to make higher lows, which we did this morning with that bounce. But at the same time on the Qs here, we're still making lower highs, right? Squeezing ourselves deeper and deeper into this wedge, and you're seeing it on SPY pretty much as well. You're seeing here higher lows are being made, right? But lower highs at the same time. And at this point, we're now running to test potentially another lower high. We're going to test this downtrend, the top of it, the channel, right, or the trend line. But will we break it? That's the million-dollar question. And you guys know where I stand. Ultimately, I think we are going to see the Q see a nice run. Tech stocks will rebound. S&P will rebound, but obviously I don't know when. I don't have the crystal ball, but I'm invested, right? I'm buying these tech stocks. I'm holding on to them strategically, not buying everything under the sun, but I think a lot of these names will rebound, and I think, the S&P hasn't just been flat this year to date. It's been flat for months, right? I think that's going to change relatively soon. Again, I don't know when, but relatively soon, I think this is going to change. SPY's pretty much at the same levels it was at back in the end of October. That's not going to be the case, in my opinion, in another quarter from now. I think we're going higher, quite frankly. And the Qs, I think the same as well. Obviously, these go together. The Dow and the Russell, those have already been doing well. Those look great on the charts. I think we're going to get recoveries in those pretty soon here, but I really want to focus on the wedge that we're noticing, and this is what we've been talking about on the Qs and SPY. Keep your eyes on the breakout where I think the Qs will break out at 618, and SPY, I think the breakout's coming over, I'd say about 695. we're getting there. We're pretty close. So let me know your thoughts in the comments here, guys, as always. And as expected, you know, a lot of these energy stocks, defense stocks are going up right now. Palantir is moving, which we haven't seen it go up 6-7% in a while, right? But it's up 7% on the day right now. It looks like that triangle we talked about in the latest update, that's starting to play out, and I'm not too convinced that Palantir has hit the bottom, that we're reversing. You know, it's only moving really because of the defensive nature of the stock, in the sense of it's being used during war, you know, during times like these. So Palantir is getting a bit of juice from that, but you got to realize we're still under the 180 moving average right now. We're actually battling it here at the on the 4-hour chart. So PLTR, keep your eyes on it here in the mid 140s. Potentially could be a bull trap, right? I don't want to say for sure, but keep your eyes on it. Nvidia today is also moving. We're up about 3%, looking pretty good on these charts. The fact that we held a higher low here at about 174 to about 180, that's a good sign for the bulls. You're seeing the trend line that I have drawn out here on Nvidia, and we're clearly holding that trend line as of now. Buyers came in, they respected it, and we got some news today regarding a strategic partnership, a new partnership with Coherent, which you guys know Coherent. We've covered them before here on the channel. Coherent stock is absolutely going bananas, 14% in the green, and man, I wish I held on to this stock longer. I bought the shares back, I believe, about a month ago, 3 weeks ago. It really, really recently. And I bought them in the, I think, low mid 190s, right around here. And I sold, or it was, I don't know if it was here actually. Either way, 190s, sold them for a quick swing trade, I think at like 205, 210, and now the stock's pushing 295. So yes, I sold them too early. Profit's profit, but man, we got... Yeah, this stock's going nuts. We got some big news, and we also called the breakout again here, right? We called out this triangle here, you know, about what, a week, 2 weeks ago. Now that triangle's playing out. So Coherent, very good news from them today. They got a $2 billion investment from Nvidia to really, boost their R&D and really boost their manufacturing capabilities in the United States. So anything, whenever a smaller company is partnering with Nvidia, and I know they partnered with Lumentum as well, which is Coherent's competition, right? I'm pretty sure the ticker is LITE. That stock's up 10%. Whenever a company partners with Nvidia, guys, that stock usually goes up. The smaller company, obviously Nvidia, 4 or 5 trillion market cap, it's not going to go up much on this news, right? It's only going up because of the market going up. This isn't moving Nvidia stock, but the smaller stock, usually moves. And in this case, Coherent is going bananas, 14%. And would I chase it here? No. I think, if anything, I would be locking in profits on Coherent, especially if it was a trade of mine. I would be locking in profits, no doubt, and I would be waiting for a better entry. We'll get it. We'll get it. Trust me. I think Coherent will see a big drawdown, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's later this week. It's going to see some selling pressure, profit taking, but we're not getting it yet. There's still a lot of hype, momentum from this partnership, and I'm going to be strategically watching this stock for any pullbacks for an entry. And if we get a sizable pullback like this one right here, we got a nice pullback back in during earnings. This is when I bought the stock, actually. Yeah, it was during earnings. It was right after earnings, actually. We got a big overreaction to the downside. The stock went down to about 175. And again, I bought it at 190, 195. Wrote it up a little bit. Man, I should have sold, or held rather. But if it sees any pullback similar to that post-earnings overreaction pullback, maybe back down to the low mid 200s, I'm going to go in heavier on this stock, buy a bunch on the dip. That's the plan right now, being patient on it. So Coherent, big news. Nvidia, both of those are moving. Lumentum going nuts right now, guys. And big tech, across the board's moving, well, not across the board, but a lot of them are going up. Microsoft's having a great day, 2% up. Meta is looking pretty good today, 1.2% in the green, and Meta's chart looks great. It looks, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, and you look at the price action here, before December, it looks a little wonky. But if you focus on what's going on in the very short term here, guys, we have a nice cup and handle. That's number one. We have a cup and handle forming here. That could bring Meta in and of itself. That alone could bring Meta up to 750 again, right? So we have the cup and handle forming. And on top of that, it is pretty clear right now, Meta's putting in higher lows. The trend is holding. We're holding an uptrend, and we're squeezing deeper into the 660, 665 resistance, which if it's able to get through that point, break through the 180 moving average on the 4-hour time frame here, let's say it takes out 675 as well, which was resistance for a little bit on Meta. If I draw that trend line or the alert, you'll see 675 was resistance all throughout December into the new year, middle of January as well. If we can take that out, I'm telling you, this is going to rip. And I'm holding on to the stock for that exact reason. I think the technical setup right now looks good. We just have to wait for that actual break. 675 is where it's going to come, in my humble opinion. So Meta is looking pretty good. It looks like here we have some movement out of Netflix, which you guys know I did sell my shares on Friday, but I'm still in options for that upside exposure. So I was in a bunch of shares, locked in gains there. I think at about 95.60 or 95.50. Now we're at 97.40, so we're up a little bit on the day, about 1.25%. But again, I have that options exposure, the calls exposure, or the call option exposure for that added upside with a much smaller dollar value. That's why options are great. You can have a smaller dollar value, and you can use, it leverages your bet, in other words. So let's say, for example, you can have either 20K of Netflix stock in shares or $5,000 in options, right? And you can get a similar return. Or whatever. It depends on the numbers, obviously, but the idea is you can have a smaller amount of money in options and get a similar return as you would with a larger dollar value, to keep things in layman's terms. So I'm keeping that option exposure there for the upside, but I freed up a bunch of cash and I bought some Amazon with that cash today. I added more shares at, I think, about 208.20. So yeah, pretty much where we are now. I think Amazon's gearing up for a breakout. I don't think it's going to be in this low 200s range for a long time. I think if anything, it doesn't have much more time in the low 200s. But then again, who knows in this market? The point is, long-term, Amazon here is an absolute steal. The 3-year chart looks phenomenal chart-wise. The max chart looks good, and sure, you could always say it's going to come lower, Stas. It's going to pull down lower, 160s, 170s. That would be grossly overdone. Oversold. At that point, I would be buying a ton of Amazon. I'm already doing that, though. So for me, I added more Amazon today. I think we're going mid 200s, no problem, by the end of this year, or even before that. I think once the market, once risk on comes back, once we get tech stocks moving and grooving again, Amazon's going to snap right back to the mid 200s. I don't think that's going to happen by the end of the year. I think it's going to happen before that, but who knows, right? I'm in it regardless, guys. I'm a long-term investor here. I think we're going to 300 ultimately longer term, and I'm really just looking at this as a gift, the prices at these suppressed levels. So what do you guys think? And by the way, on a side note here on Amazon, the second it takes out 210, 215 cleanly, this thing's going to go, especially if we get that risk-on environment back with it. Tech stocks in general going up. Oh my goodness. Amazon's going to get to 240.50 very quickly, in my opinion. So what do you guys think? Do your own research. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and make sure to join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates. We're investing every single week, $750. We're rebalancing stocks, buying options, selling options, right? Stocks, selling calls, doing all that stuff, trading, investing. If you want to see what I'm doing in my portfolio and you want access to the private Discord where we're chatting it up in there, guys, about stocks, investing, strategies, all of that is linked down below. Also pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.